All right, Raleigh. It wouldn't be a podcast about Raleigh without talking about breweries. When I think of Raleigh, a few B's come to mind, actually. Barbecue, basketball, and breweries.
There you go.
Beer. And it wouldn't be a podcast about breweries without having an actual beer. I've got one of my favourite beers here, Trophy Husband from Trophy Brewing, which we're going to talk about shortly. But yeah, I've lost count of how many breweries there are in Raleigh. I think there's over 30, probably pushing 40 in the Raleigh area, Wake County. 41.
I just looked on, well, it could be growing more, but I looked on the Visit Raleigh site and they have 41 listed. So
okay. It's
kind
of
at
like,
least that many.
It's a new brewery every month.
Yeah.
Like the triangle area is just going crazy. And I was just thinking, like I first came to the US in 1994, and as an Australian, I was none the wiser too, and used to think that American beer consisted of Budweiser, Coors, and Miller. And then once you get over here, and especially in the last 5-10 years, like the craft microbrew scene's just gone off the charts. It's on steroids.
It has.
And there's so many amazing beers here. I tell my friends back home in Australia all the time. The beer scene is just awesome.
Yep.
It's definitely not of that domestic Budweiser, Coors and Miller. And actually, when I met up with some Aussie friends about a year ago in Orlando, they just wanted to drink Budweiser. I'm like, guys,
stop that.
Stop. No. Stop drinking that water.
Don't do that.
Don't drink that coloured water. Let's have something with some flavour and some bite.
It is. It's so true. When we first moved over here, we used to, we're on a pretty low budget back then too, but we used to drink Millers and Yingling and Blue Moon.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, I guess like the college kids now, like they're drinking their the cheap
50
stuff.
50-cent Miller.
Yeah. Not
maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know how much it is.
I guess everyone goes through their PBR
the PBR
stage of life. And
good for a game, good with a game of beer pong.
Yeah,
PBR.
Maybe. But yeah, for those watching YouTube at home, IGTV, here's proof. And if you're not watching at home and you're listening, just listen to this. Is there a better sound to a beer lover's ears than that? It's like music.
There you go, we're on.
Opening of a beer can, but yeah.
We're kicking it off, and I'm just watching him drink it and dreaming and wishing it could be me. So over the years, since we first moved here, I never suffered back then, but now I've become gluten-free, not by choice, and so now I tend to just go around the breweries with Craig and talk to him about the delicious beer he's drinking and wish that I could.
Well, there is some gluten-reduced beer options now, which is getting better. It's not the same now. It has improved a lot. Like gluten-free pizza bases, they were terrible to start with, but they've improved. Same with the beer scene.
Actually,
more
yes,
options.
That's true. And some are now offer cider, which is
Cheers.
A good choice sometimes for me. But if you have a brewer and you're listening, please give me something other than Angry Orchid.
Angry Orchid.
Orchard. I always say that word wrong.
Yeah, I even said to a guy the other day, like, Angry Orchard is like the Budweiser of cider. It's like, that's everywhere, but it's not great.
So then I have to either have a wine or just watch you because there's nothing for me. But
yeah, just quickly on the cider scene, we've been to the Pacific Northwest who make great cider.
Best.
So you come back here and it's like, okay.
It's no good. The cider over there is phenomenal. So if you ever head over to the Northwest, just very different flavours, very kind of fruit-based berries and the lemon basil one from One Tree.
Okay, but we're gonna. This is about breweries and beer in Raleigh, well, mostly Raleigh, and some of our favourites. I mean, like there's 41. We have not been to all of them. Far from it.
No.
We're working our way through it, but we've
are.
got some favourites we're going to share with you today, and then we'd love to hear some tips from you, places to check out.
Yeah.
But we don't just like breweries just for the beer, which obviously is important. Like if you go to a coffee shop, you want to have great coffee, otherwise you probably won't go back.
Yeah.
But also for the vibes, the scene, how family friendly it is for us, like having kids.
The outdoor
outdoor
gardens.
space.
Yep.
All the above makes a great brewery. Food options, whether it's a food truck or some have kitchens now. The difference what we've found over in the Pacific Northwest is a lot of them like served full kitchens with meals.
Yeah, because over there, and I only realised this when we just went back to Idaho, but I'm pretty sure if they don't have the food, that the kids, that's like classified more as a bar, and kids can't. Remember they?
Yeah, there was some technicality.
Yeah, they can't bring families in if they don't have the food.
Yeah, that was the initial
why.
difference. We spent quite a lot of time in the Pacific Northwest, so they all had food. But then you come back here and it's kind of like, yeah, there'll be a food truck or whatever, but not so much great options on the food, which is improving. There are some places now that we're going to talk about, but yeah.
Yeah, another thing we love to look for too is like the outdoor sitting area, but live music. And we don't, I mean, it's a terrible time to really judge whether, you know, because of COVID, there's not a lot of that kind of stuff happening. But I don't know, or I don't feel like the beer scene in Raleigh has really taken off to pair it with live music so much. Like I can't think of anywhere really where you would go.
No, but there's so many times we'll be having a beer in one of the beer gardens and breweries and be like, oh, they just need a dude in the corner on the stage on an acoustic guitar, strumming away some tunes, like, and it's perfection.
Yeah,
like
perfection.
Come on.
Totally. I know Fortnite is just down the road from us. They had some live music recently. We couldn't go though. Something's on. So I know every now and then they do. That's one that does.
Obviously, like you said, the last 12 months has been crazy times. But even before that, like I'm trying to think, like there's not really a brewery that's got like a Sunday session, like the old famous Sunday session in Australia or England or even here.
Yeah.
But like, just get a dude on a acoustic guitar.
There is a brewery, I've forgotten the name, and I'm going to jump on while you're talking and figure it out, but up in northwest Raleigh, where I think it's on a Sunday afternoon, they actually have open mic, the brewery.
Oh, Gizmos?
Gizmos, yes.
Yeah.
So that's on my list
I
to
keep
get
seeing
there.
it on, I check Facebook events and stuff, I always see that pop up. But yeah,
Love
well
an
done.
open
We'll have to
mic.
get out there and check out. Yeah, open mic.
Yeah, open mic. So not for me to get up there and sing, but me to listen.
We don't want that.
You can't beat an open mic. Like when I think of open mic, I'm thinking Bluebird in Nashville. When open mic singer-songwriter, and I mean you've got the future stars actually on the stage. That's where a lot of them, even Taylor Swift got a start in the Bluebird. Yeah. So it's like when I hear open mic, I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to have an event. I'm going to go and I'm going to listen to some stellar singer-songwriter stuff. So I'm counting on you, Gizmo, when I get up there.
Yeah.
To knock it out the park.
Back to the beer. I think I said this on a previous podcast, but we've been to some of the best brewery scenes in the country, like Asheville, San Diego, Northern California, Portland, Oregon, Washington State, Denver, Colorado. And honestly, like I've had some of the best beers here in Raleigh. Like they're just as good, if not better than a lot of those places.
Yeah, definitely.
So well done, Raleigh. You got it going on.
You have. And I often take a sip of your beer, so I can say that they are.
Yeah, from all, whether, all the IPAs, hazy IPAs, like amber ales, stouts, wheat beers, pilsners, There's nothing you can't get here in Raleigh that's great quality.
Yep.
And and great vibes too. Like I said, like just missing the live music, but as far as the beer and the vibes and the scene goes, Raleigh's awesome. It's one of the 75 reasons we love living here.
Actually, one of our most favourite annual events when we lived here in the beginning before
let's talk
kids.
about that to start off.
It was like we couldn't wait every year. It was like hanging on for the tickets to come through for the beer fest. And the very first one we went to was my 30th birthday at Durham at the old stadium.
Yeah, the old Bulls Athletic Park in Durham before they built the new stadium.
Yeah.
And it was a mud fest
It
too,
was
remember?
a mud fest. And we had a blast. We had loads of fun in that mud and drinking. And then it used to be Moore Square.
Yeah.
And we just had so much fun with our friends. We would just hang out in the sunshine. It was usually warm days.
Yeah, there was 2 different sessions, and 2 hours each session, or 4 hours?
It was it may have been 4. I think it was a long time.
4 hours kind of feels like a long time, but it was like $30 for all you can drink. You get your little signature glass, and you just go like hundreds of different breweries. Just go
unbelievable.
From intense, and you just get tastes like shots of each one, and ends up pretty messy after. If it was 4 hours, I'm thinking, because you go hard. Like, like even back in the day we were on a budget, he's like, you want to get your money's worth. So we're going hard for however long it was to get our $30 worth. And it was a ton of fun.
We used to go out in the town after it, but
I remember when they used to empty the big trash cans full of beers, and the big
clink,
clang, and everyone just cheer. Yes! We filled up another one.
I missed that event. That was fun. I know they have like Brewgaloo now, but Brewgaloo's kind of slightly. Well, I mean, we only went once briefly. Excuse me, but it was slightly different, I think. Boogaloo, you buy your beer there, don't you?
Obviously, Brewgaloo wasn't on last year, but the one before that we went to in Fayetteville Street, and I don't think I've seen that many people in Raleigh ever on Fayetteville Street. It was packed.
Well, good beer.
Yeah, good
Jaws
beer
are
and
out.
food trucks. You okay? You need a sip of beer.
I do.
Come on.
I do. See, this is what happens when I see people around me drinking beer. I start to stress out. My throat tightens up because I'm in distress.
But, okay. Let's start talking about a few of our favourite breweries that we go back to often. You'll find us at and stuff like that. Like I said, we haven't been to all of them.
That's why we haven't, because we have some ones that we love so much. We just, let's just go there.
Yeah. But I thought we'd start with a familiar one that you know we go to all the time, not just for the beer, but also the food and the views. You're probably sick of hearing us talk about it, but we're not sick of going there.
No.
And that's Wye Hill.
Yep.
And because it has a particular story and history, because we used to go to Wye Hill before it was Wye Hill, back in the old Boylan Bridge brew pub days. And Sarah and Chris, now the owners of Wye Hill Kitchen and Brewing, have done a phenomenal job in turning it around.
They really have.
Back in the day, the beer was okay and the food was a little subpar, but the views were always amazing of downtown. And we used to sit there with our friend Hedish, who we've mentioned before on this podcast.
Hey, Hedish.
And
He's back.
That was the days when you were teaching. I was working in construction and stuff, and we just used to dream of living in Raleigh permanently, and we never knew about blogging or anything back in them days. And just good memories sitting there with the views at Boylan Bridge Brew Pub, and it's exciting to see how that's evolved, and then our story's evolved since then as well.
It definitely has that spark for us, I think, which is one reason we love to go back. It's kind of like a reminder every time. I think we probably say it to each other every time we're there, that dreams can happen, and they can happen in the most unexpected way. And if you don't know our story, if you haven't listened to that yet, the first 3 podcast episodes will share just how it all happened and the crazy way we ended up being able to live here.
Yeah, but no, Wye Hill, like the best view of downtown Skyland in Raleigh, bar none. Just even if you don't like the food, like I said, the food's great. The small plates are great, like restaurant quality, like above par brewery food by far, and good brunch. But just going there in an afternoon, watching the sunset. I mean, you don't actually see the sun; it's kind of coming down behind you, but the sun's rays just wash over the buildings downtown.
It's pretty nice light.
Yeah, beautiful view, nice lighting. Have a beer. One of my favourite beers there. It's not currently on the menu, but they have a great range of beers, from ales, IPAs, stouts, sours, pilsners, and good cocktails too. Yeah,
that's what I tend to. I have had the cider there, but it's super strong. It's like 9% or something crazy. So I. Obviously, it comes in a much smaller glass if you get the cider, but it is very good. But I do typically get cocktail there because they change their cocktails quite a lot, and they're quite unique and innovative, but they do amazing mezcal. Mezcal's the cocktail, my favourite cocktail, and so they have great mezcal cocktails.
Yeah, their beers change in and out too. And I like a hazy IPA, and their Space Disco is a good drop, their hazy IPA version. So
there you
go and check that out.
Yep. It's just another reason why we'd love to live in Boylan Heights.
Yes.
We're thinking about buying a house soon. So we'll put our dreaming. Let's go to Wye Hill and dream of having a house in Boylan Heights like we used to. Mm-hmm. We did get the
we drive through there all the time, walk through there all the time. I was flying my drone over Boylan Bridge the other day. Like, we're there a lot.
Yeah.
Plus, you can just walk straight down into the Warehouse District, one of our other favourite places. And imagine having Wye Hill as your local.
Yeah.
And
happy days.
Yeah, and actually just around the corner, let's go on to the next one, is Trophy Brewing and Pizza. Mm-hmm. They also have Trophy Brewing and Tap Room, just south of Raleigh off Maynard. But they make some of my favourite beers as well. The Cloud Surfer and Trophy Husband, the wheat beer I'm drinking right now. But the Cloud Surfer is their modern IPA, and they make quality beers.
Pizzas are meant to be good too. We haven't had them yet, but
pizzas always get rave reviews. They've got the little outside patio area and indoors, obviously, as well. But Trophy Brewing in Maynard, their tap room, very cool outdoor space as well. And the pizza place, like very local vibe.
Yes.
And like pizza and beer kind of goes well hand together. In hand, like what?
Like a knife and fork.
I didn't know what you were going to say, but I wasn't expecting that.
It's the first thing that came to my head. Like wine and cheese.
Wine and cheese. There you go. That's what I was thinking. I was like, this cheese has got to come out here. Wine and cheese. Beer and pizza. Or beer and barbecue.
And don't eat the pizza with a knife.
Beer and barbecue.
Pick it up with
Actually, White Hill, they often have Lawrence Barbecue pop up
do.
there, who take over their kitchen. They make great barbecue. So, yeah. Beer and barbecue at White Hill. Beer and pizza at Trophy. Can't go wrong.
Yep.
Who said they don't?
choice.
Who said they don't have food at breweries in Raleigh? That wasn't me. But anyway,
No, I don't know. It was you.
joking.
It was you.
Oh man, need a coffee to wake up or something.
I should have brought a wine up for myself.
A coffee stout. Come on. Talking of the warehouse district just down the hill, Crank Arm is another one of my favourite breweries. Now these guys are with the name Crank Arm. They're passionate about what?
Cycling.
There you go. You got it.
That one.
Yeah. So it's a cool themed cycling brew pub. And they do, I'm not a cyclist, but I always see they do their like weekly rides. I'm not sure what night of the week they are, whatever. Check out their website. But yeah, they've got a cool space. Like they've got a garage door that pops up, little outdoor patio area and indoors. And yeah, I like several of their beers. I'm not sure how many they got on tap, probably a dozen or so. But
they did message us recently and say they've got some gluten-free stuff happening now.
They did.
Wasn't it?
They
Was
did.
them, so excited I'll get there and check it out.
yeah,
soon.
but I like their White Wall wheat beer. They've got a unicycle pale ale, cool name too, and their Road Hazard IPA, and a bourbon barrel aged stout.
I love
Imperial
bourbon
stout.
barrel aged things. We
Yeah,
have
we
the
have-
bourbon barrel aged red
What?
wine from Australia.
Yeah.
No, I've not been drinking beer.
Yeah, Jacobs Creek
top-notch.
double barrel.
Red wine, beautiful.
wine.
You can get it on special sometimes at Harris Teeter. Look out for
Yeah.
it. $40 in Australia. You can get it
$40
here
in
for
Australia,
13
$10 in
on
Harris
special.
Teeter. Keep an eye out for the Cab Sav, Cabernet, isn't it? The Jacobs Creek Cabernet.
Yeah, I don't know. Just
Double
good.
barrel, double aged. But
Yeah.
so what we got? Crank Arm.
Yeah, so
Cool.
I can, like Raleigh, you don't realise how hilly Raleigh is until you get on a bike. So I can understand why cyclists love in Raleigh to go to a place like Crank Arm because riding around here is tough.
It's a
Takes
workout.
it out of you.
It's a workout.
So you just want to, at the end of it, collapse with a beer.
Totally.
I might take it up.
No,
just
when
for
you're
that.
driving around, you don't notice it much, but if like you're walking or biking, yeah,
It's tough. I ride around
I can hear.
here sometimes. It wipes me out.
Yeah, and they got that cool mural on the side of the wall
Yeah.
too. They got the tree trunk and then the branches and leaves the spikes of the
Wheels.
Wheels. Yeah,
It's cool.
you know what I'm trying to
Yeah,
say.
I do. It's a cool spot. It's
Yes.
a cool spot.
Yes, Crank Arm. So White Hill Trophy, Crank Arm. What's next? Linwood Brewing Concern, which we were at. Was
On the
it
weekend.
Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
One that's been around for a while. Been there many times. They got the indoor section, and then they got like garage doors that open up too. And now they have a whole new outdoor area, and plus Wilson's Eatery.
And their burgers are
kitchen,
sensational from there.
Yeah, burgers, fries, great. But yeah, quality beers at Linwood too. I just had to have the other day. They had a Wombat wheat beer,
Yeah,
and
we
being
had to do that.
Aussie,
Yeah.
I just had to do that, and went down very nicely, I must say.
Did you happen to ask anyone why they?
I didn't.
What the connection?
No,
with
they were
the
pretty
Wombat?
busy. They're really busy
Yeah,
actually, like Easter weekend. But yeah, I didn't get a chance to. Maybe that's on their website or whatever. But they've got a blonde moment. It's a Belgian blonde. It's a good drop. A mosaic pale ale and a check yourself pilsner. They've got a bunch of beers, like good quality beers.
It's a really cool space there now. We used to go. It's been there for some time. We used to go meet our friends who live near there, and it used to be a bit cramped because they only had the indoor space, and we only ever went there in the winter, so everyone was huddled inside anyway. But what they've done there now is really nice. That outside area they have is really
opened
cool.
up. Some cool seating, picnic tables and stuff, and
Yeah.
family friendly, like space for
Yeah,
the kids.
it is.
But yeah, and Wilson's Eatery is a bonus too. Like I said, like you
The
can.
burgers are so good there. They're some of the best I've had in the city. Just I don't know what they're doing with the flavours. It's the herbs and spices.
Yeah,
Great.
maybe I've been talking old Colonel
They
Sandals.
have. They've got the secret recipe.
Okay. Bond Brothers Brewing, not actually in Raleigh, but I mean, Cary's like banging on the door.
Wake County.
It's Wake County.
We're
yes.
including it.
There we are.
Because
Raleigh's made up of,
it's sensational.
12 districts or whatever they call them, and Cary's one of them.
It's all the same.
But yeah, Bond Brothers, what was it? 2017, they won Best New Brewery in America on USA Today.
They did, and for a reason. Now, they're the one beer I will push the gluten-free thing on and actually drink a whole pint because I love it. Their hazy IPA. So that one we had when we did
the milk stout.
1 kilometre flip-flop Guinness Book of Records race.
Yeah.
That was one of the best beers I've ever had. So
I don't think they have that right now. But
it's only
it was a signature thing at the time.
Yeah. So if I ever see that in there, I'm like,
guys, bring it back. Yeah, in case you didn't know, they have we broke the record for the most flip flops in a
run, the 1 kilometre flip.
Fun run. We didn't run, we walked, but we did it.
I love this city. Just the crazy.
But yeah, my favourite beer there, or one of my favourite beers in Raleigh, is there. And I can never say it. Obfuscate.
Say that after
three times. Three times really fast. A hazy IPA, Obfuscate. Yeah, it's a great beer, and I enjoy that sitting out in their outdoor patio there. And for the gluten people,
they do have
toe the line.
That's actually quite good. It's like a Corona type. It's like a Mexican salty sort of beer. Oh, okay. But it's good because it is hard to find a good gluten-free, but that one is a good one. And I love that they do that.
I guess I can't say gluten-free, but gluten-reduced.
Yeah, and I don't think that's brew. I think they brew it somewhere else.
Yeah, they do.
So it's because, they got to keep it away from the other stuff. So we love going there. We can ride there from our house, which we've done a couple of times, and
all the way from Wake Forest, don't we? Fit? No, we don't. No, we don't live in Wake Forest. Too many hills coming that way.
Yeah.
Well, once you get downtown,
plenty cycling into Bond Brothers, but we love sitting out there in the beer garden and. Outside of COVID, they have a lot of festivals and stuff too. They were planning on that big music festival last year. They have some festivals outside, some live music and that. Sometimes they were planning on a big, I think it was fall festival or something, but COVID got in the way of that. So hopefully that'll come back. Actually, they're also opening up a new location where they're going to have live music because it's a much bigger area.
There you go. That's Apex, I believe. Is it Apex or is it in Cary still?
I can't remember. But we'll find a link and put it in the show notes for you. But that's exciting, so I'm looking forward to that because I think it's really one of the best breweries in Raleigh. And we always take, when people come to visit us, we always take them there.
All right. While we're in Cary, may as well mention our other one, Cotton House.
Yeah, I love Cotton House.
We like to go to.
Yeah.
Which is, like a house. It's like you're sitting in someone's front porch or back deck or in their front yard.
Yeah, it's just a cute, and it's like a historic house. It used to be a boarding house for the students at the school. So it has a bit of that old charm there and loads of outside sitting area. They have the outside back area and they have a deck and then they have another sort of area for sitting on the grass, but then down the bottom of there they have like a grass area where kids and that can run around. They have cornhole and all of that. And I do believe pre-COVID, whatever, they had live music out there in the back as well.
They did. They had the flatbed truck.
Yeah.
So, but two of the events that we went to pre-pandemic, remember that? The comedy night and the Halloween party.
Fantastic fun. Comedy night was great. They pitched a tent out the back because it was cold. And, we all sat in the back and $10 and saw, I think, about 4 or 5 comedians.
Probably 5, maybe half a dozen comedians.
It was loads of fun. It was great. And then the Halloween party was a hoot. That was like loads of people there. Everyone dressed up and they based it on the theme of the students who lived there in the original boarding house and some great mystery happened and the one girl went missing. So they based the party on the theme of that and they had wanted posters or newspaper clippings hung up on the walls in there and then they had the ghost, the spirit of the missing girl walking around like scaring everyone. It was so much fun.
Yeah. So they got the outdoor areas. They got some cozy like armchairs inside too,
Little
like around the
rooms,
fireplace
yep.
area, little rooms, little nooks, and a cool little bar area too.
And the front sitting area is really nice too, under the trees there. It's pretty.
Yeah, I love their hazy days. The hazy IPAs, like one of their signature beers, and a nice Vienna lager too.
Yeah. They generally have a cider on tap there too that I can have. If not, they'll have wine.
Yeah, no, Cotton House is cool, charming place.
Fun spot.
Yeah, okay, back to Raleigh. One of our favourite areas is the Person Street area. We've mentioned that before. We've written a whole blog post on like what to do in Person Street: eat, drink, shop, explore. But Standard Beer and Food is a cool brewery.
Relatively new. It just opened up during the pandemic, didn't it?
I'm not sure the exact date it opened up, but it's hasn't been around forever. But yeah, they got some good beers. Love their space, indoor and outdoors. Sitting in that back area there was
nice
really cool.
Outside area,
yeah, we're sitting out there. And we haven't been there for a little while, but
it's near the communal garden. Or I don't think it's a communal garden. It's
the Raleigh City Garden.
Yeah,
I mean. Two Roosters ice cream and Yellow Dog. It's like at the end of that building, if you're familiar with Person Street area. And you can't miss it.
Yeah,
but,
it's nice.
It's not actually
nice
on Person
outside.
Street, but that building, Yellow Dog Bread and Two Roosters and what's that boutique shop? Edge of Urge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, next to that. Anyway, you'll find it. But yeah, Standard Beer and Food. Haven't eaten there yet because when we went there, the kitchen was closed because of COVID times. But I enjoyed their beers.
They have food trucks come in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They got like 10 beers. They got some cider. They got some wine. The juicy IPA I had there was called the Ancillary Fermentation Juicy IPA. Was nice, but yeah, it's a nice space. Like good for the kids outside. Good vibes.
Yeah,
I like it.
I liked it too. Be interesting when.
Actually, I believe
returns
there's a
to normal.
connection from the. I could be wrong.
Bond Brothers.
There's that Bond Brothers is a connection of the
pretty
ownership.
Sure their ownership. somewhere
Yeah,
there.
one of them. I'm not sure if it's the same crew. I think it's a different crew, but
Someone did tell us that.
yeah,
So.
yeah.
We have not actually done the research ourselves to verify it, but
No. Now, Raleigh Beer Garden, obviously it's not a brewery. They don't brew their own beers, but we just wanted to mention it because, it's a very unique place. It's got crazy amount of beers on tap. Over
Guinness Book of Record crazy, like over 400s.
Well, 350 plus, they say. I don't know, probably over 400, but I mean, if you can get through 350 beers, you're doing well. It might take you, one new one a day, and you might get there. But 3 levels is like 8,000 square foot, something crazy. Each different level's got different vibe and an awesome big.
And different, like one level's just North Carolina beer, the other's just domestic.
Yeah.
And the other is international.
Yeah.
Like I like how they have it set
Yeah,
out
it's
like
cool.
that. Yeah.
And but I like all the open space, like out the back, like the huge big back patio courtyard area.
Beautiful beer
Again,
garden area.
yeah. Again, good family orientated with the kids, lots of space and stuff like that. And it's just a fun place. And they always have like games and events and that on too and stuff.
Yep, and they have a lot of cider options there, which is great. And they may even have some Pacific Northwest ones there too. So I like when we do get to go there. But one thing I will mention, especially if you are a cider drinker, but now for the past year because of COVID, if you did sit out into the beer garden because they were reduced with the number of staff that could handle everything. So if you did sit outside in the big beer garden, you were limited by what you could order in terms of drinks. They only had a very limited number out from the back bar that you could get. So that was not great for me because I only had like the ciders that I don't like angry, the ones that make me angry.
Yeah. But if you want to go to one place and taste test a lot of beers, hard to go wrong there.
Yeah, but if you want to do that, then try and sit in the front outside beer area.
Yeah.
Because that's where you get access to the full menu. If you go right at the back, you won't.
Yeah.
So there you go. There's a tip. For now, anyway, I don't know when that will change again.
Another similar place that has rotating taps that don't actually brew their own beers that we went to for the first time recently was Bowstring Pizza and Brew Yard,
Fun
just
place.
off Wake Forest Road near Mordecai there. Yeah, it was cool.
It was.
Seen it pop up a few times on our phone and driving past the other day, and yeah, the vibes looked good, and we stopped in and had a beer and didn't have the pizza, but pizzas look huge and tasty. But yeah, it was a fun place.
Yeah, it was a groovy atmosphere. Had lots of outside seating areas. Plus, they had like over the sort of the parking lot another big sandy beer garden area, and they had
cornhole
and beer pong with
big
trash
metal,
cans.
big can things.
Yeah.
Like with them and like
the oil
soccer
can
ball
things.
or volleyball they're
Yeah.
throwing. It's
Yeah.
not a ping pong table. So that was good. I haven't seen that before.
Beer pong with a difference.
That was a good idea.
Yeah, so there was quite a young crowd there, but there
Yeah.
were older people there too, and there were families there as well. So it was quite a mixture of people.
Yeah. We're young at heart. We fit it in.
Yeah, we did. So funky
Turn about o'clock.
place. And that only opened in July last year during the pandemic, and it seems to be doing well. And they do have cider options, wine, and cocktails. So it's something for everyone there.
I have to go back and check out their pizzas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Beer and pizza.
And they do
again.
have gluten-free pizza there too, by the way.
Cool. Very
Fun
good.
spot.
Okay, so we've got White Hill Trophy, Crankham, Linwood, Bond Brothers, Cotton House, Standard Beer and Food, Raleigh Beer Garden, Bowstring. What else? That's what I've got on my list so far. Some of our favourites that we keep going back to. Of course, there's a ton of others.
Yeah, there's more. I like Fortnight because it's near us and we can walk there, and they have good outdoor seating area.
Yeah,
too.
Fortnight's like your English themed because it's got the tube, like it's got the bar, it's got the brewery bar, and then another bar next to it, like the underground.
Yeah, that's cool. So I like that spot, and now the weather's warming up. It could be
Actually, I've
just a
seen
stroll
they have
for
some
us.
live music there too. I don't think it was a dude on acoustic guitar, but it
mentioned
was
that earlier in the
music.
episode.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, could that be? You forgot.
I've only
Oh, they have axe throwing there too.
Axe throwing.
A bit.
How strong is this? This is only
And they have food
5.2%. It's not like a double IPA or
There you
anything.
go.
It's
You
like
shouldn't be
creepy.
forgetting.
No.
All right.
But a lot of breweries. Obviously there's a lot of other breweries we've been to, like Clouds Brewing, Raleigh Brewing, Noose River Brewing. There's a lot of breweries. It's endless.
Yeah, I'm keen to go back to Noose River because we just popped in there very briefly. They had an event on, and we just had one drink and went again. But I'd love to go and have dinner there because it looks really cool. The menu looks very different, very unique.
Yeah, the guy actually said, the guy on the door said, they got the best food here in Raleigh. And I said, wow, that's a big call.
I'm keen
That's
to
a
go and
very
check
big
it out.
call for a brewery. I'm like, okay. I
Yeah.
said, I'll come back and put it to the test.
We will. We will do that. Let's do it soon. They have a good outdoor sitting area. And the one that's next to that has like a funky, remember they had the big red bus in there?
Oh, yes.
Nickel Point.
Nickel Point.
Yeah, that was a funky outdoor
Yeah, that 5
area.
Points area. There's another one near Lone Rider's not far from that area too.
Yeah,
they
we
have
haven't
good
been
beers.
to that one yet.
Drinking
quite
there.
an established one.
Drinking their beers. I haven't
Yeah.
been to the
actual brewery.
the facility.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh, one other place I wanted to mention, Bottle Shop's State of Beer off
Yeah.
Hillsborough Street, isn't it? Just on the edge
Yes.
of the warehouse district. Yeah, State of Beer, like a bottle shop, cool space.
Like a tap room.
Yeah, tap room, bottle shop, and great sandwiches. Like their gourmet sandwiches are very popular.
Yeah.
And I like their little outdoor space. And now they've got a new indoor space
They've
too,
just
which
extended it.
looks
Mm.
cozy. So yeah,
does.
State of Beer.
That looks
That
great.
little pocket. I love that little area, Raleigh, near
Yep.
Warehouse District in Glenwood South. It's near Taverna Agora.
Yep.
Not
and
far from there.
Similar to that in Cary is the pharmacy.
Oh, the pharmacy.
So
Yeah,
similar
another
thing
similar
that we like
pharmacy
that
and bottle
too.
shop in Cary.
Yeah.
Cool place
That
too.
we can ride to.
Yeah.
And after our exhaustion of doing that, enjoy a drink. Mm-hmm. Cool drink.
Yeah, you can actually, Cary's grown a ton. Like we mentioned before, you can actually have a whole day, night out in Cary. You can
Yeah.
just bar hop. Plus there's
Yeah.
the cocktail bar, sidebar.
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 They've just opened up another one too. Same
Actually,
owners.
speaking of ciders, I just saw that Bull City Cider are opening up in Cary.
Well, that's exciting. Cary's going off. We may have to buy in Cary instead.
Cary's going off. They've got the new pizza place that's just opened up.
Yeah.
Something else just opened up.
Well, that is a good lead in to our next episode is actually going to be on Cary.
Yeah, we're going to talk all things
Yeah.
Cary. We've got a blog post on it, but we're going to chat about it. But yeah, breweries in Raleigh, get out there,
Can't beat 'em.
taste test, do on the brewery trail. Like I said, we're far from scratch the surface, but yeah, we get it. We keep going back to our favorites, and but yeah, please share with us
Yeah.
any of your must drink breweries.
What are your favorites, including the actual beer that you like best from there? And you can tell us on Instagram, but you can also, you may be listening to this podcast on iTunes or Spotify, but we also upload it each week onto the blog where we put all our show notes and links to resources and things that we mentioned. So you can pop over there, and in the comments, you can tell us your favourite breweries in Raleigh, where should we go next, and what should we drink when we go.
I feel like I keep thinking like I've left one out for some reason, one of our favourites, but
probably.
Anyway, I'm sorry.
If we have, we're sorry. And we shall come.
Yeah.
And we will share you in the next episode.
Get a dude on an acoustic guitar and I'll be there this afternoon.
That's one way to draw us in.
All right. But cheers, guys.
Yeah.
Check them out. Share your favourites. And we'll also, in the future, be sharing our favourite bars, pubs too. Obviously, there's not a lot of pubs as much as breweries and bars. But yeah, we've got some of our favourite pubs too.
All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks for listening. Remember to like, subscribe, share with your friends, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Bye.
Bye.